Okay guys, what's up? So I picked up this Kawasaki 100. I don't know if it's a KE or a few other models that they have, but it's 100. It's from 1975 to 1980. I'm not sure which one. But it's got everything it needs. It runs, except the throttle cable is absolute shit and the back tire tube is bad. So I got all those things on the way, but I had it running. This throttle cable is just so not nicked up, but it barely moves no matter how much lube you put in it. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but there's rust in the cylinder. It sounds like because it's really hard to turn over, but it does run. So that's just like a fake way of saying it got good compression. But I'll get back to you guys once I get that tube on and the new throttle cable. This thing was 5 minutes away from my house and I pushed it back. So you can see I've got like no tools to work with. I'm gonna try and just keep it here at my house. But the brakes, everything works on this. Brand new fuel petcock, tank's clean. I didn't have to do anything to this thing. Luckily, because I don't have any tools here except simple hand tools. So I was just able to take everything off, so on here you can see my throttle cable's broken, but it still sort of works. But I'm pretty sure my main jet is clogged, and this is a rotary valve in here. And I think eventually I'm going to take off this top end because it sounds very, very rusty when you kick it over. But I think my main jet in there, if you can see it, is clogged. So I'm going to try unclogging that, see if it works, because the bowl fills up, and it only starts if you dump a bunch load of fuel in there. So let's try this again. This is the third time I'm going to have this carb off to clean it. I just suck at cleaning them. So I don't have any compressed air, just some brake cleaner and thin wire. So luckily I found some wire from a little jewelry bin that we had, and that jet is clean. It was very, very thin. You could barely see light through it. Now it looks like it should be normal. So now it should run, and I'm sort of crappy because that other secondary jet was clogged. Alright, so we got a slight issue. I'll take this tank off. It just pulls right off. I don't know if I can get it off with one hand or not. Oh yeah, we're good. No, I can't get it off with one hand. My spark plug wires are all messed up. Fuel wasn't getting into my plug, and it also wasn't firing when I put fuel into the cylinder. Now, I don't know if I didn't put enough or whatever, but I'm going to try putting fuel in the cylinder and bump starting it after I fix all my spark plug wires. So I'll show you that here in a minute. But later, I'm going to get a new tire tube, because that one's flat. And I'm going to get bolts to hold up my other peg, because this one's broken. I don't know if you can see or hear it moving. But let's do this. Okay, so right here we got this bad connection, and then the main coil wire right there. That's crap, so I'm gonna try and get those two connections a little bit better. Alright, so as I was saying earlier, I was going to try and bump start it, so I had to go get a new rear tire tube. Rear tire's holding air. Luckily, I got 3 motorcycle shops by my house. I normally choose the Honda one. I got a Suzuki one and then just another shop. But, you know, I'm going to put this thing on and clean up my wires. It's actually a few days later. I got caught up in some other stuff. So now I can't really test anything because here's my coil wire, and here's my coil. Just came right off, so I'm gonna have to order a new coil, everything, all the wiring's crap on this, so hopefully this will help a little bit, give me a better spark, and then I'll be able to test everything else later. So I don't know when this will come, but I'll see ya once I get this, probably in like 2 or 3 weeks, which sucks balls. Alright, so we come over here, we got the coil cheap off Amazon. My old one was a 2-wire, so I'm hoping maybe it grounds through here. I'm hoping this wasn't the ground, or maybe it's all connected. Like, I'm hoping this is the ground. And my old one's inside. But got a long spark plug wire, nice and all that done. So it turns out this bike used to have oil injection, which I kind of figured. So I'm just going to put a return spring on it and hook it up. So this should be pretty simple. It's going to be a little bit of riggery, but I'm just hoping this coil works, because it was only 25 bucks, but still don't want to really waste any money. So Yep, there's the 2-wire right here. But see, the 2-wire grounded right off here. So I'm hoping that just got a ground like that. Except, you know, not on the outside. Because it does have a massive cover over it. It's all waterproof, so. Alright, so we got throttle spring back. A little bit iffy up here. You can see this is a lot newer. This whole bar system and brakes are all newer. You can see brand new cable. Here's the return spring for the oil injection. This is all ran fine. Got the coil mounted. Got it, you know, wired up. Hopefully that's it. Just gonna put the spark plug wire off here. And I serviced our mower here. And here I got the short filter instead of the long filter. And I had to cut it off and add fuel line, like use this as a little adapter, or not adapter, just connector, because the fuel line specifically meant for that long. So the only quarter-inch fuel line I had was for the Kawasaki, so tomorrow I gotta go get some fuel line. So today I'm just gonna try and start it up just with some starting fluid, so kind of sucks, but hey. Alright, so this thing, it's something else. I can't really figure it out. From the engine, I put the fuel tank back on. Yeah, you can see there's 3 wires coming out. I put them all connected them to this one, and it still didn't run. These two, which are together but also taped separately, had a connector go into it. I tried to take off the cylinder head here, but it wasn't happening. I stripped out one of the bolts. I think it's just on there so tight. So I'm gonna try a few more things, look around before I take it to the shop, because that's kind of giving up. So, but it was fun. I only got $370 into it, but it's got brand new tires on it. I didn't do that, but still. So I came to the conclusion that because of the rotary valve, it can't start backwards, or it's just having trouble starting. So I'm going to take a look at a wiring diagram. If I can't fix anything here, I'm taking it over to the shop, and we're going to do some real tests. Did some investigating. This thing, I know the exact, this thing's a kd100 1978. So I got that out of the way, did some research. Here you can see I was saying 3 wires. There's a secret wire. This could be a reason. This could have disconnected somehow. I doubt it, but it was not getting spark with these two, no matter which combination, even with this. So I'm going to connect these, try some different things. If it doesn't start doing that or doesn't have spark, I'm just going to connect these two, the original 2, just in a way better fashion. Okay, so that other wire wasn't doing anything, so I replaced one main wire, cleaned up some connections from my kill switch and all that, and the spark does look better, so I'm going to put the tank back on, get this new fuel line on, see if she starts. If she doesn't, we're taking her to the shop. Okay guys, so there was a lot of fuel in the cylinder, so I got all that out. I cleaned out the pipe and it started without the pipe, which is awesome. So I'm going to put the pipe back on. It's not really mounted yet, so then I'm going to try and start it. Alright, so it ran for a little bit, but it won't run again. It's already 8:30, so I'm going to head inside, but I'll get back at this tomorrow. Okay, so it's the next day. I cleaned the carb again, did a few other things. I think I was going to fire up this time. Alright, so my next video is going to be me riding it. I couldn't clean out the low-end jet, but the main jet was fine, so it won't idle. But the main jet's good, so I'll ride around in the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed.